All right, as you guys can see, it is a beautiful day out. It's a little cold, but it should warm up. It's a lot better than it was yesterday. Yesterday we went and picked up a new John Deere that we'll be doing a video on as well. It's a GT225 with the 15 horsepower Kohler in it. It has the wrong hood on it. It needs a little bit of cleaning up. One of the back tires loses air. It needs help getting back running, which I will be working on hopefully today. All right, so finally unwrapped for the most part. So this has the CV15S, so it's one of the earlier models of the GT225. It has this hood on it, which I think I can sell this hood. It's in pretty good shape. Sell it, make up some of the money for getting a new one. For some reason, this is not bolted up though. Okay, we'll worry about that later. The hood doesn't matter. What matters is getting it running and everything. But it's it's a pretty nice freaking tractor in all honesty. So one of the only issues I found when I was looking them up and doing a bunch of research and stuff before I bought it, because I wanted to make sure it could do more than just mow lawn, is this has circular terminals for a car battery. But as you see here, I got it to fit, and as long as that cranks up, as long as this battery is powerful, this is just a cheap $30 battery from Walmart. As long as this battery is powerful enough, I'm just gonna leave it like this. If I end up having to get a car battery, that's fine, but I don't see why a 15 horse single cylinder engine would necessarily need 500 cold cranking amps. First step is getting this bolt out. So I have a couple of bolts, an assortment of bolts in my car, and I'm gonna see if we can replace that with something else. So the spark plug's pretty fouled up, so we'll clean it off, see if we're getting spark, go from there. It is getting spark. be as simple as a case of bad gas. The issue with this one is the gas system's a little bit more complicated than any of the ones we've done so far, since the gas tank's in the back. Alright, so this is my solution at the moment to my gas problem. So since I can't, so when I drain the yard machine tractor out, there's a whole bunch of gas in the oil that I was not planning for. So the gas mixed with the oil, and I don't really have a way to separate it, so the plate O'Reilly's won't take it. So the only way I can really dispose of it is by burning it or something, and we don't have enough of a backyard to really burn anything. So I decided to go up and get a 5-gallon because it was just sitting in my oil change tank thing. So I decided to go up and get a 5-gallon of one of these, and then when we go to Ohio in a few more weeks, we'll be taking the truck, and I can just put this in the back of the truck and not really have to worry about it. But for the moment, the gas is kind of yellowed, so I'm draining the gas out of here. I don't know how much gas is in there, and I don't really want to take this off to find out. So we'll just let it keep draining till nothing else comes out, and then we'll see where that takes us, because maybe we put some new gas in there, that might be good. But maybe while this is draining, I'll check the carburetor, make sure the carburetor is all clean and everything, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is the carburetor on this side. I love these Kohler engines personally. I know that they're not always the greatest for everyone, but I love these freaking Kohler engines personally. So you can fit a 54-inch deck. That literally confirms it right there. That'd be sweet to get a 54-inch deck on this. Alright, so fuel shut off. That detaches from in there. Alright, let's start taking this off. I don't even know if I need to remove that, to be 100% honest. Let's just try this. Alright, try this out. I have this nice wrench I got from Harbor Freight. It has the 1/4 inch on this side and 3/8 inch on this side. I find it really handy. And then it actually extends, so it's basically a breaker bar, which is pretty dang awesome. I love this freaking ratchet. Get a Ziploc bag to make sure I collect all these parts. Okay. I love the fact that this John Deere has a separate choke from the throttle. Like, that's pretty awesome. Now, it does look like there's a lot of oil on this side. I hope that don't mean that there's a leak or something of that sort. I hope there's just like oil got spilled or something. So maybe we'll just clean it up in a second, call it a day. This has a hole in it, so I'm gonna need a new one of these. Which seems to be a common thing amongst these tractors. All these lawn tractors, the hoses are not very good. Got some paper towels. I need to get some dang work towel things for mechanics and all. Maybe just see if we can clean this up a little bit, make sure that nothing is leaking. Because it's around the oil drain, so it could just be someone, like, I don't know. Now check the oil. The oil level does appear to be high. So I need to do something with that. might just drain the oil in a second, depending on. I just wanted to get a look at this to make sure that I don't have to go up, get the freaking clamps for the Husqvarna, and then go up and have to get the fuel hose, or the fuel hose for this. It looks like we're gonna need a fuel hose. So how to get this out of here? Maybe I separate this from the frame. I need to freaking soak these in dang vinegar and get the rust off of them. I just have not had a chance to do it. The only thing that sucks about this is this, from my looks, this is only going to take care of one of the dang rods. It's not going to take care of both of them. One thing I hate about working on small engines is getting the gas on your hands. I feel like you can never get the dang smell out. Alright, so unlike the yard machine one, this still has the fuel stopper on it. But as you can see, it is pretty gunked up. So we're going to see if we can clean that out and get this running again. Someone used a nail and bent it to make it work for the float. Not sure if that had any impact on anything, but... Alright, so overall, this looks in pretty good shape. You can just use some cleaning up. The gasket doesn't seem too bad. It could definitely use a new one. I'll see if I have one maybe in the parts that I have and stuff. One that's in a little bit better shape. This seems to be in pretty good shape. Rubber gasket seems to be in pretty good shape. So I think maybe if we clean this carburetor up a little bit, we might be able to just spare this one without having to get anything. Let's see. So it's a beautiful new day. And this is running. Unfortunately, this GoPro died right before I got this running, and I didn't realize it. So yesterday I got this running. I took this carburetor off, as you guys saw, cleaned that all up, got it all sparkling, cleaned all the debris and stuff out, connected it back, got that back into there, and then we drained all the old fuel out of here. This fuel filter is still in pretty good shape, so I'm gonna leave it for the moment. But we drained all the fuel out of it, and the issue I was having when I went to go try to restart it was I couldn't get fuel back to it. So since that tractor was out of commission yesterday, I took the gas tank off that, hooked it to this fuel filter to get gas into it, got this line full of gas and got it running. So I knew the carburetor and everything, at least for the moment, was okay. Then once I got gas through there, I connected back to the gas tank, filled the gas tank with some gas. Well, it already had gas in it, and the pump was able to draw gas. So now it's like, it runs great. The only issue is, so for one, this heat shield is vibrating, so I'm going to need to adjust it, because once the engine gets cranked up and all, it starts vibrating kind of ferociously. And then the other issue I'm having is I do not think the governor is working. Now, I have another Kohler powered tractor. And that actually, I'm sorry for sniffling. My allergies are acting up. I'm gonna need to go get some allergy medicine. But I have another Kohler engine in my Gravely that we also thought had a similar issue. So I tried adjusting it where you loosen this little nut right here. You turn this thing all the way to counterclockwise, which it is. And then you open the throttle as far as this will go. So I don't know if it made a difference or not. The issue is it bogs down a lot when you give it, when you like to try to move forward or you turn on the, and I guess maybe that's normal. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, and maybe I'm just smoking crack. It seems like the RPMs kind of run away, but without an RPM tester or whatever, I don't know what the RPMs are. It gets very loud. It seems like it's spinning very fast, faster than it should. So I try not to keep it at wide open throttle very much, but it does run, as you guys will see. So honestly, I could just be overthinking it and it might be fine. And for the moment, it is fine. It runs. This is going to be my tractor, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I went and did a little bit of mowing over there with the Husqvarna and with this, and it mows really well. I am going to take the deck off and probably clean it up and everything, sharpen up the blades, make sure the belt and everything's in good shape, which it does appear to be a little chewed up. But since it'll be my tractor, it doesn't have to be completely fixed or the way it needs to be or whatever. I'm very happy with it. It's awesome to ride around on. There's tons of things we need to do to it. They're mainly cosmetic. It runs fine, the mower blade and everything. The wheel turns, it starts up, the lights work. So there's a lot of cosmetic things that we really need to do to it that we will do in future videos. It needs the original hood. This is a hood from an L118. I don't know how, I've never seen something like this before. I've seen people just not put hoods on them, but I've never seen someone adapt a hood from a completely different tractor. Now, I hate the style of these hoods personally. I don't like the style of these rounded tractors. I like the more square body tractors personally. So I probably won't get any tractors newer than 2005 or so. But it at least covers it up for now. We got this hood the other day. We got this hood the other day, which is a hood that would fit, but I didn't realize that the bracket mounting point is actually broke off of it. So there's literally nothing I can do with this, but it does have a good grill on it. Now the grill is not the perfect visible match to the grill that should be on a GT225, but it'll fit on the hood, and the grills are like $200 and it's a free grill and the grill's in good shape. So we'll keep that grill, but the hood is pretty much toast. So we need a new hood for this. We need a new seat for this, because if you guys look, this comes up, which I can deal with this. This is going to be my personal project, so it doesn't need to be perfect at the moment. It runs, and that's good enough. Everything else works fine. This lowers properly. I know a lot of people don't like these older engines, or at some point they repower them, but I'm a fan of things being genuine in the way they should be, I guess. So if it does turn out that that governor gear is bad, I'll order a new one. I can probably replace all that. So it'll be the governor gear. There's a governor pin inside of there. I'll probably replace the crankshaft seal, the little oil seal that goes around the crankshaft, and then we'll have to put a new gasket on it and all. So I'm gonna wait to change the oil in this at the moment, because the oil looks pretty good for the moment and it doesn't smell of gas. So I'm gonna leave it for now, and I don't know, maybe test it out to try to get a better understanding if the governor actually is working. It may just need adjusted differently. I may need to adjust the throttle differently. Maybe once I get it out and working and I can actually test RPMs and stuff, we can know for sure. Remember how I had the dilemma with the car battery and everything? This seems to fit fine, so we're just going to keep one of these batteries in here for now, as long as they'll crank it up. And that's about it.